Welcome back to my channel, All Things Mishkaya. Today I have another topic. I want to talk about mental health, but moving forward I'm going to choose a mental health topic and then I will discuss it. The views I'm expressing is my personal views and how I feel about the topic. Today I want to talk about being okay with people not liking you. And I know some people are saying, how does this relate to mental health? And, based on some of the points that I'll be talking about, you'll now make the connection as to how you spending so much time preoccupied with, people liking you, how it hinders you from, achieving goals, progressing in life. Like, there's so many things that can hinder you, but allowing what you think people think about you to, hinder your progress, that's just crazy. But it is a real thing. I have personal experience with it because I've allowed that to happen to me and for a very, very long time. And it's me doing self-reflection. I've, learned, I examine myself like, then, okay, if I set a goal and I don't achieve it, I'm like, why didn't I achieve it? So I look back at things and I see, where I go wrong, but it's not just, only seeing where you went wrong, but what am I going to do moving forward so this doesn't happen to me again? So it's me addressing the things that I feel like hinder me from achieving some of my goals. Not all. I do go for what I want, but there's other things that I want to do with my life, and then I let people's opinion change my mind, or I worry so much, I get so much in my head that I get in my head to the point where it's like I feel like I'm not worthy of doing this. But why did I even, where does this thought process even come from? Like, why am I even thinking like that? So let me start with my first pointer. For instance, like, I have set goals. I saw one time I said to myself I wanted to start a business, and I promise you I did all the groundwork. I licensed the business. I ordered my products. I know what I wanted to sell. I was creating a website. I ordered the product. The only thing was left for me to do is like upload the products and get the site up and running, and then just start the business. I got so much into my head, like, who is going to buy? My friends and family is not going to support me with it. Like, who am I to even want to start a business? Like, that I got into my head so much. I kid you not. I never published that website. I never uploaded my product, and the business died. I killed my own business before it started. And I find myself that it happened, and I lost so much money in the process, and I always beat myself up about it. And I'm like, why do I allow myself to do this? And then I keep realizing I get into my own head and I psych myself out, and I care too much what I feel people are going to think about me. And then the problem with that is, oftentimes it's in our head. A lot of times we think people care about us. They really don't. They're not even thinking about you. And then you have this perception of the person, and they're moving on with their lives, and you're like, but then how they're progressing and they're so hateful. Are they hateful though? Or is it just in your head? Like, we have to be okay with knowing that we are not for everybody. And because you might have felt rejected by someone, or you feel like somebody didn't like you, and you feel like you're such a great person, how can they not? Like, you cannot look at life like that. Everybody's not for everybody. In a relationship, you may be with a guy, and then you're with him for, say, 10 years. You're with this guy for 10 years. He never married you. You may or may not have children, and then the relationship ended. And the moment he starts another relationship, he proposes and he's getting married. And you're like, oh my God. How? I was with him for 10 years. Why was I never chosen to be the wife or anything? It's okay. He's not for you. He was not for you. We have to get okay with being not chosen, or that everybody's not for us, or knowing someone doesn't like you should not hinder you from moving on, finding love, achieving any type of goal you set for yourself. We cannot, because a lot of times people really aren't thinking about us. Everybody's a lot of times wrapped up in their own personal problems and what they have going on, and then you spend your energy and your time thinking about what others are thinking about you. Meanwhile, you're not even on their radar. So it's like you have to be okay with being okay. So like I always say that I employ self-reflection in my life. Is like one of the best tools that I've ever integrated in my life. It's just like looking back, where did I go wrong? Like, what do I want to do? What do I see for my future? It's just like thinking about the mistakes I've made in the past and how I want my future to be better. And I try to grow from it. I am a work in progress. I'm not trying to, you know, say I'm by any means perfect, but I know I'm a work in progress, and I'm not the person you probably know in 2020. I'm a different person in 2021 because I am obsessed with personal growth. You know, I'm just moving forward, pretty much. Another thing we have to remember too is that the world is a really big place. And when you think about the amount of people you know compared to how many people living in the world, you can always make new friends. You can always have new relationships. You just have to look on the upside and being okay with. So this is not only about you setting goals and you're not achieving them because you're in your head and thinking about what is it. You can apply it to any situation in your life. Like, how have you allowed people to control you and your thought processes without you even knowing that that's what you're doing? So it's like I'm saying, you know, it's time for us to like self-reflect and, you know, kind of figure out for ourselves. And if you can't figure it out on your own, go talk to somebody. You know, there's always a mental health professional out here who is willing to sit down and listen to your problems, and you get tools. And then, you know, after talking to someone with an objective eye, because if we're talking to our personal friends, they have opinions. They might be sharing the same maladaptive behavior you have. Like, they're in their head too, and like, yeah, he doesn't like you or she doesn't like you, you know, because, you know, we are so much in each other's space. We rub off on each other, our views and the way we look at things. So sometimes it's good to step back and get a fresh set of eyes to look at your circumstances and see the best way to move forward. So, you know, like I said, I'm very into, you know, mental health, personal growth and development. And, you know, if you can make that step to have somebody to talk to and just kind of figure out, you know, why do I always get passed over for a promotion? What it is about me, you know? And just saying that brought something to mind. You know, a friend of mine shared a story with me about a coworker who, you know, has been with the company for over 10 years, and that person has not progressed at all. They're just stagnant in the same position. It's not a situation where she wants to be in that same position. She wants to grow. But then, you know, based on the description that was given of the person, you know, she's always complaining. It's her way or the highway. You know, it's just like really, it's like the behaviors are so innate. They're just so set. It's just like her mindset has not changed. And that has caused her to be passed over for promotions. She's doing a PhD and still have not moved up from an original position 10 years ago. It's like, and you see a person like that, it's not like I'm choosing to stay here. It's that I'm not being promoted. Why? Okay, so, you know, it's not that she did not want to progress. It's that she was constantly passed over for promotion. Now, if somebody like that comes to me and complain, I'm going to say if it's 10 years and you're constantly being passed over, like, what are you doing to show that you're growing, that you're changing? Because if you're a leader, you have to be open to things not going in a straight line all the time. You have to be adaptable in the sense that if, if something miscellaneous happened or unexpected, you know how to navigate the waters to get it back on that straight path. But when you just have a mindset, the one mindset, like, how will you thrive as a leader? So it's just like you have to think about it. And then hearing the story, I saw some aspects of myself in that person, because I've had a job before where I was, I know I was a strong advocate. I know I was good at my job, but it's just like my adamance comes off as, I think, arrogance sometimes. And it's after self-reflection I dialed back that, like, on 1,000%. And I've never had a problem working on a team or as a team, but it's just like I've changed my perception, because I realize if I continue down that line, I will never grow. And even though I'm good at what I'm doing, they will pass me up if there ever is a promotion. So I had to change the way I did things. I got into the politics a little bit when it comes to work. So, you have to learn how to adjust to, fit the situation or what the situation requires. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you gained something from it. I hope you will employ the tool of self-reflection. It has done wonders in my life, because I don't want to get to 60 years old, 70 years old, and I'm looking back and the things that I did, in my younger years, I'm just not proud of it, or I haven't made any progress. So I use self-reflection along the way. It has allowed me to grow. It has allowed me to be a much better person for myself. And yeah, so I hope it is helpful. You'll hear me talk about self-reflection a lot whenever I bring up mental health. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one. Until next time, bye guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you have a topic about mental health, let me know.